Turn on your light.
Turn on your light. Turn on your light.
Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Victoria Yoosuff, aka Vicola. Today we're going to talk about dreaming big. If you followed me on social media, you would have heard me say over and over the years that it's important for us as believers to dream big. The importance of dreaming big cannot be overemphasized because no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, you would have realized that the years keep running. It seems as if the months are running. So that is why we need to constantly dream big and be focused on our dreams. I have said over and over again about the importance of having smart goals. If you're going to dream big and achieve something with this life that God has given us, we have to be focused. We have to have smart goals. And smart goals simply means that your goals has to be you have to be strategic about your goals, or be specific about those goals you want to achieve. Another thing is you need to have a goal that are realistic, that are measurable. M stands for measurable goals. It's important that people don't just say, oh, I have goals, and they are not able to measure it. They're not able to break it down into things they should be able to do per week, per month, and then in a year they will be able to say, oh, I've actually achieved this or that. It's also important that you make realistic goals. R stands for realistic. It's important that if you're going to make it in life, your goals has to be realistic. They have to be time bound. I talk about that a whole lot because I've seen people do New Year resolutions. They've actually gone a step further to actually write those goals down, but they don't realize that it's important that you put a time limit to your goals. It's important that you put time limits to your goals because that will put you on a rush, on a run. That's how I say it, or I can explain it to you guys. Because if you don't have a goal that is time bound, there's this tendency for you to leave it off or procrastinate, leave it till later. Like, oh, I want to write a book because I write books a lot. If you want to write a book, or you want to launch an album, you want to launch your book, you want to get married, you want to improve on your relationship, whatever it is that you're trying to do, if you do not realize the importance of having time attached to your goals, you will just be wishing, you will just be trying, and before you know it, the year will run in and roll out, and yet you're not able to achieve it. But when you attach time to your goals, then it will keep you on the run. You would want to make time for yourself to actually work towards that goal. What I mean is, if I have a goal of publishing a book by March, from January, I will have broken down those goals to how specifically I want to achieve them. I will have thought, okay, what is the topic of the book? When should I write per day or per week? When should the book be ready for me to give it to my editor? When will the book cover be ready? When will I have one or two people proofread it over and over to make sure that all the errors and the tenses and everything are in line with the topic? Is my book cover going to be ready for the printing period? All that has to be done in time before March for me to be able to do the book launch. Am I going to invite people for the book launch and things like that? So when it comes to relationship, the same thing. If you really want to get married, you have to set goals. When do you want to get married? Who do you want to get married to? Which type of person? At what age do you want to get married? So all this is very important. As much as all that is important, I'll also want to mention that it's important that we achieve our goals with the help of God. With that, I know that we'll be able to move faster. I realize that when we achieve our goals on our own, there is this headiness we attach to it, and this sort of pride. But when you know that these goals are really beyond you and you really need help, You seek help from people, you seek help from God, and if God is the one actually backing you up, my dear, there is nothing you can achieve. So if you are going to dream big, learn how God speaks to you and how best He directs you. Because it's important, if you're going to achieve goals, that you have direction. Yes, it's good to write your goals down. It's good to have realistic, time-bound goals and all that. But it's also important to have God's direction. If you have God's direction, it will become easier and even faster for you to achieve those goals. And remember that if God is directing you and you obey Him truly, I assure you that success is inevitable. You won't miss your success. You won't miss your target when God is the one backing you up. Lastly, remember that when God speaks, He speaks through dreams, His word, peace of mind, also the inner still voice that we hear often. That are some of the ways that God speaks to us. Also, remember that even when God is silent, He's also still directing us. It's important that you realize that whenever God is not saying anything, either through the cloud, through the wind, through the noisy things, through a dream, remember that God can still speak when He's silent. I got that some time ago when I was rushing, trying to lie down and sleep. Maybe God will speak through a dream. It's funny, right? But when I did all I could, I read the Bible, I wasn't hearing anything. I realized that, or I reminded myself that God said that He will not leave me alone. And the same thing He's made to you, the same promise He's made to you. He will never leave us nor forsake us. So if you are going to dream big, remember that even when God is silent, He is still speaking. Even when God is silent, remember that He is still with us and He will never leave us alone. So that is all I can take for today. Thank you very much. Please do dream big, and I'll see you at the top. Bye for now.